Okay, good evening everyone. Before we start tonight's series, I wanted to do a little bit of a rundown of Division 2 at the moment, where things are, how things are looking for playoffs, who can still get in, who can't, what needs to happen to get in, what is the cutoff. I think a lot of people have been having these questions. Some simulations have presumably been done by people. I didn't quite finish what I wanted to do before we get into this, but I'll break down what I have so far. So this sheet's a bit of a nightmare, but I'll walk you through it. These are the current standings. There are 14 teams that are able to make playoffs at the moment, I believe. Blackhearts and Team Cat are already in. They're guaranteed in. Nothing can happen to make them not in. Always Late and Madness, they have their fate in their hands. Sorry, one correction. Donny Fedoras cannot make playoffs, I believe. Maybe they can't tie, I won't run them off. Anyway, these teams, these 6 teams, they have their fate in their hands. If they win, they're in. Even if they win some maps, they're in. And even if they lose everything, they might still be in. It's quite good for the teams that are currently on 6 wins. And then the remaining teams here, Don Fedoras, they're stuck at 5 wins, 10 maps. Oh wait, what am I talking about? They're on 5 wins, they can't make it. Boom, boom, boom. So yeah, Don Fedoras is out. The other teams here, they have to win, and they need a pretty good map score. Well, there are 8 matches remaining that can affect the playoffs teams. Most importantly are the ones in blue here, which are between the teams that are currently on 6 wins. These are matches between 2 teams. There's also Arm Wrestlers versus the Alpacas, but they are not in playoffs contention. These matches are important because Always Late play versus DK and Mad. Also, Madness play versus FPS and Always Late, and FPS play versus Madness and Blackout's Booty Call. Which means that either Always Late or FPS, or Mad, I suppose, I didn't actually include that possibility, can win 2 series, or 4 of those teams will win a series. Then, of course, Arm Wrestlers can win to get in as well, and then Munchies can also win to get in. So it's possible to have 8 teams at 7 wins. And it looks a little bit like this. This is what has to happen. And if this happens, then everyone in the orange here is screwed no matter what happens. The alternative, I believe this is right, but I didn't fully map it out, is that things go very differently. It looks a little bit like this. In which case, all the teams that are on 6 wins, some of them will move up to 7, naturally. In fact, what will happen is that the teams that play twice will win both their games. Again, I believe Madness can be one of these teams as well, but Madness are on 12 map wins, so I've had them as not winning, because this makes the threshold lower. So what will happen here is that Always Late and 53 FPS will move up to 8 wins. And then that means there will be 4 teams to make the playoffs with 6 wins. The first tiebreaker after the number of wins is the map wins. It is possible for all these teams down here to lose, and then Madness get in as 8th seed on 6 wins and 12 map wins. If Dazmatch, if Chenji, if Oasis, if 6 Month Comeback, or Packers on Drugs win, and Madness lose both, then they will have to have more map wins than Madness, which means they will qualify for playoffs over Madness. So if you're one of these teams, do not lose hope. It is possible to get in. It's possible for more than one of these to get in. Arm Wrestlers, if they lose their match, they're also stuck at 12. These teams can overtake them. Munchies, they're at 13 wins. But if Dazmatch or Chenji or Oasis win, they will be on 14 map wins, which means they will get in over Munchies. So TLDRs, if you are one of these bottom 5 teams, you really want some of these teams to win twice. You want either Always Late, 53 FPS, Madness. You want 2 of those teams. preferably not Madness to win twice. You want Banshees to lose, you want Armlessers to lose, and then you need to win your series. And that is how you make playoffs from 5 wins at the moment. Everyone not listed here can't make it, their map score is too low. Most importantly, that is Giant Dutchman. 5 wins, 10 map wins. I don't believe they can make playoffs because of the next tiebreakers. Anyway, that's all. I will be back very soon with the start of the series. Okay, good evening everybody. If you missed the breakdown at the start for the playoff stakes, I went through it before we got to here. Very important series we have tonight, and with me once again will be Halcyon for all the draft analysis and the like.
Good evening everyone.
Yeah, so tonight will be DK's Tipsy Agent versus Always Late. Both of these teams near the top of Division 2. Both these teams, they lock playoffs with a win here. They might even lock playoffs with a map win, depending on how things go. We're currently waiting, I think, for some of the players to be ready. But what do you think will happen in the series?
Garden of Terror selected for the first map. What do I think will happen in the series? I don't know about the series. I can only comment on map. I watched the breakdown, but I cannot get that invested in such a series. I think yet it's not even playoffs.
You could think of this as the first batch of the playoffs, and then there's just more than 8 teams in the playoffs. Does that get you excited?
Not, but I think it is better way to think about it. I would say, who am I rooting for? I'm hoping for Holy Chicken to win.
Do you know the guy, or do you just like the name?
No, I just like the name. And I'm hoping that we see, of course, as always, exciting heroes. I know Bazar plays Nova. I would like to see that. I think we saw it in one
Bazar
game.
plays quite a few funky heroes. I think also enjoys Alarak as another one.
As for this map, I think we are likely to see the Haka, which, of course, on every big map is one of the things we always talk about.
Yep. I know that No Scope Ninja is a Hammer enjoyer. At least I've seen him play quite a few times. He can play Hammer on Garden, but perhaps more likely on another map.
We are aware that Samu plays often goes for melee heroes for main, because he was an offlaner before he switched to DPS. In the last series, I believe we saw him on Hogger for man.
That
Maybe
sounds
something...
possible. Let me check that. We saw Samuro from Samu.
And then there was a Sky Temple game where he was a melee, I think.
We've also, just the other day, Samu was filling in for another team as tank, so certainly able to play a wide variety of heroes. As I said, the Haka seems quite likely on Garden Terror. I think Volstad's quite likely. I think Sylvanas will definitely be banned or picked.
Power. It's a ban.
Do you think Val's good on this map? Because there seems to be some teams that swear by it, and I think other people would say that Val is really useless. There's no fighting, you can't stack up, even though you probably get to level 20.
I think it's on almost every map is bad, unless it's a double support. Faustad ban. Okay. Hammer ban. Okay, so everything is open. Hogger, the Haka, Vikings, Sylvanas, as you said, will be banned or picked, and we see first pick priority.
Yeah.
Now they can answer with a global, so they can match when Sylvanas is split pushing, right? So the Haka, Brightwing, both very passable. Faustad is banned. Oh, double global insta. Okay.
Well, that makes that one very clear. We have this game plan from Always Late. Probably going to see some sort of scaling DPS to eventually play the game at level 20 to go along with this. Now, Hogger seems quite likely to be picked here. It's going to be Blaze instead, though, wanting the stronger 1v1 offlane, I suppose, and then McGibbets will take Rhaegar.
It can still be Blaze main tank or something weird, but let's wait and see.
So now, if you're Always Late, how would you round this comp out? What sort of thing are you going for blow up? Are you going for Phantom back? What do you want to do here? You started with double global.
Wait. This is not always late with Brightwing the Hacker, right?
Yes, it is. DKs are on the left.
Something is wrong with the layout or with the teams, I think. Samu plays.
Samu's on DKs.
Aha, okay. I thought White Tiger is on DKs.
No. There's two former Diamond Hands people in the lobby. McGiblet's playing for DKs. Always Late has White Tiger.
Oh my bad. Let's see. I think they need a hero that can clear solo. Yes. Junker Johanna, very good. This way they can wave clear everywhere and have self-sufficient heroes that can clear waves. And for DK, I would like Noob and Greyman here. And just focus on macro everywhere and hard push.
We will see what they go for. It's got to be Hanzo and Murden, so still definitely good roaming pick potential, but not quite the same amount of diving.
I think Muradin against Brightwing is almost unplayable, because when you jump in, the chance to get denied the stun is very high. Also, Brightwing can blink out, she has a cleanse. I think it will be hard for Muradin to get value. Kale pass last week.
This is another Bazaar here, but I wasn't ready for it on Garden of Terror.
I would have preferred the Nova, I think, over Keotas here, because at least you have some targets like Sylvana, she split pushes alone, or Hanzo.
Well, I think they wanted a second damage with some CC to lock down the Sylvanas if she goes for any sort of diving. Also, can be nice against the Rhaegar if he wants to do anything more than place a totem, I suppose. So looking at this, which comp would you favour in the end? Personally, I'm leaning towards DK. I like the Sylvanas. I like the scaling up team fighting they have. Always Late, it seems a little bit jankier and harder to execute, which is something you always mention.
I don't like both. How they ended up in the last few picks. At the start, everything looked great, but I will go for the Brightwing comp.
Alright, let's see what happens. Game number 1 on... What is going on here? In any case, that is No Scope Ninja playing Sylvanas, Holy Chicken playing Murden, McGiblet's playing Rhaegar, Credidel will be Blaze and Samu will be Hanzo. Right hand team Always Late, Acropolis playing Brightwing, Nero playing... what's that, the Junkrat, Bazaar playing Kael'thas, White Tiger will be Junkrat, rather, and Elite Sparkle will be Johanna, Nero the Hacker.
Level 1 Wolf talent on Rhaegar. I'm not sure what's happening, but I'm excited to see it.
So we're having the bottom lane start. Only Brightwing in the area. They seem to expect a top lane start. Personally, I agree with this. Going bottom lane, it's going to be the lane you're pushing with the Bruiser Cam, so soften up already. Almost getting tower. Now, drag on Samu. There's the Bazaar. Kael'thas getting the Gravity Lapse, Junkrat, White Tiger throwing some grenades. Samu will be taken out, and it's first blood for Always Late.
Looked impossible to dodge these grenades. I'm not sure how he played it so well, but...
Acropolis barely getting out there with the Pixie Dust, nearly overstepping a little bit. As it's 1 minute, nobody on the camps just yet. White Tiger going to start up the bruisers now. Will need some assistance. Junkrat cannot solo this camp, I think.
Not at that HP for sure. Maybe he expects a Z. Yes.
Yep, phase shift in. It's actually going to be 4 people up here for Always Late. And then, as expected, the Giblets and Co will be taking the boost camp It doesn't seem that we're gonna have a base ace just yet, as Nero will move up top lane with the Haka has the Brushstalk available. Bazaar and Co will move down to D push. Now Elite Sparkles wants to go through the fast path, but it's too dangerous for the damage dealers. Bazaar's still holding around here. Could have walked around by now, but determined to see this one through. Now they're looking for the play. Here's the Brushstalk from the Haka. No Scope Ninja already out, but Giblets looking for something. Dodging away so far. The Wolf movement speed may be coming a clutch here for the Rhaegar as he will survive. Holy Chicken gonna be just fine there as well.
The camp did not achieve much, even with the help of Sylvanas. So far, maybe a slight advantage for them.
You're gonna walk up. Credidel, of course, getting the free clear as Neuro burrowed down for the defense. Now dragging under the turrets.
Nice drag again by Nero.
White Tiger is going to get the first objective. Escape Ninja posturing around looking like wants to take the Giants, but there's no one there.
Let's do the camp, guys. Why are they still alive? Two camps alive for the Sylvanas team.
Holy Chicken, maybe in trouble here. Going to eat a little bit of fire. Junkrat, not gonna fling him into a trap, but pretty close there. And now they have a nice little push going on the bottom lane. Now, Let's Go Ninja, once again, really wanted to take the aggressive route around. Has the Black Arrows, though, to disable the Giants. As Elite Sparkle going to need to get saved here. Quoplus coming in with a face shift. Now, Hanzo, Samu getting the purge, not going to be thrown in by the concussion mine.
Sylvanas went for explosive arrows on level 4. Means, yes, unstable poison, not explosive arrows.
Yeah.
But we see that she won't be the... I don't remember the name of the Tana. Mercenary Queen, right?
Yep, no Mercenary Queen for... Yep, could have seen it. It would have been up for the bottom lane push, I believe. Now, Samus going to get the final Giants camp. Elite Sparkle going to be slammed up there by the Merge and has the Irons again. Going to be... Okay, Samu thrown in, but... Rally Laps will go wide there. Everyone will be fine. Aquapolis, the only one on the bottom lane at the moment, is going to now come in with the phase shift as they seem to want to play for the point here. Hitting up White Tiger a bit. Let's get Ninja going down, so it looks like it's going to be 2 seeds for... Was it? But they're not willing to go for it actually, just taking their Siege Giants here.
Just want to mention quickly, I like how the Angels are playing against Johanna. They're not scared to deal damage to her, even when there is no chance for a kill. Even some higher level players, they don't really like punish Johanna too much.
Nero not going to find the drag this time. There's a minor XP lead for Always Late. Also, now they're the ones in the bottom lane. Nero going to be fine. Lurker straight knockback. I'll keep him safe. Elite Sparkle wants to get the interrupt here, I think. Now, Iron's going down. Now we're going to see a punishment on Johanna, but instead Samus going to be hit there by Bazaar with Gravity Laps, taking damage from the fire. Nero not going to go in to try and finish off. Acropolis interrupted on the face shift. Nero still trying to frontline this, but there's no damage to follow it up as Junkrat's in the middle lane. Bazaar very short range with KO fast. Elite Sparkle going to give an interrupt over the wall here, it looks like. Now White Tiger is arriving, and we might just have a 5-on-5 here before level 10. Elite Sparkle though caught on the wrong side of it. Going to need to get out with the Iron Skin. Chana very low now, can't really frontline for the rest of the fight. No one willing to
fight. I'm not sure who has the advantage right now.
I think it'll be Always Late because they're about to get level 10. And White Tiger dropping the bottom wave, but Nero's going to grab the final bit of XP in the top lane. Now are we going to see them get this in time, or is it going to be level 10 for both teams? The answer appears... They're not taking it.
Taking the fountain.
Okay, now level 10 both teams. What's going to happen? It's going to be a play onto the Blaze. Is it going to be fine? Has the bunker, of course. Credit, they're going to use it now. Essential healing. Oh my goodness, goes in the bunker. Now, Dragon Strike on top of it. Euro and Basil taking so much damage. No one's dead yet, but the first kill looks like it might be Acropolis here. Blink heal to survive, but not for long. There's 2 kills for the Aegis. Basil very low, walking out for the time being. No-Scope Ninja taken out too. Samu nearly finding the kill with the Solid Cow. Jumping over the wall, really wants to finish this one. Junker also taking out Samu. Gets the kill on Johanna instead, as it's 4 kills for 1 in favor of the agents.
Such good play from the DPS on DK's agent this fight. Sylvanas with a huge silence and then Hanzo jumping around, delivering damage and finally confirming some kills. Now they have a huge advantage, I think. Hardcam is on the top lane, then they have 3 camps alive and a level lead. So.
Yep. Samu and No-Scope Ninja gonna start up the Giants camps. They've evened out the seeds 1-1. Next seed spawn is defensive as well. Some damage done to the top fort with the camp steal. XP though quite even for the time being, so not out of this game yet at Always Late.
It was an illusion with the XP. They collected a lot of waves somewhere and now it's even again. Looks like this round will be easy.
Taking some damage as Holy Chicken, going to jump and is okay as a result. Now, No-Scope Ninja might just push here with the Giants. Acropolis can't really de-push this alone as for Sylvanas. So it happens they're not taking the seed yet. Quite happy to drag the members of Always Late down for the time being. Lead Sparkle around to delay the capture. White Tiger though, now moving up to deal with Giants. No-Scope Ninja on rotation. Seed will be taken by the agents.
Level 13 versus 13. Now the next objective will be quite important when it spawns. It will be a defensive location for red team. Usually when you have a Junkrat and Johanna, you can just interrupt forever if you want, and given that they have 2 globals, they should be able to get that on XP if DK's agents decide to contest. There is some trouble in the bot lane though. The camp against only 1 hero.
Reinforcements are on the way though. Acropolis, White Tiger and Elite Sparkle on the way down, so they will be able to clear the camp out. Only taking minor damage here. As he said, defensive spawn with Junkrat and also Johanna, I suppose. Very possible to stall this one out. We're going for a quick cap, are the agents. Kirdell looking to do it. White Tiger going around on the flank. Might get the stall here. Also Nero coming in, so they will interrupt this. Now we're going to need to be careful as McGiller's taking a lot of damage here. Not connecting the armor spells from the Always Late, but they will get the kill in the end. Now Dragon Strike dropped. Holy Chicken in the middle of everything. Drag from Nero is good. Avatar going to keep the Murder alive for the time being. Acropolis trying to regroup with the team. Samu jumping away from Bazar as Murder is killed. It's 2-0 in favor of Always Late.
Yes, they went for the quick cap and the contest, and they got very, very punished for that. I don't think it's a good idea to go for cap.
Yeah, when you're against these heroes back in the stall, be very careful on this map, on Cursed Hollow, on Towers of Doom, with going for the aggressive capture. It can go very badly. Now, No-Scope Ninja going to get out of this one. At least Sparkle may be overstepping now. No Iron Skin. Here's the Purge. Johanna has her friends though. It's gonna be okay. Now we're turning it around. Blessed Shield onto the Veigar. Down goes McGiblets. Veigar down. Push on the bottom lane will continue from the side of Always Late. They've gotten themselves quite the lead now in this game, I think, as down is the healer, Seed in the middle, so they're gonna get the objective from this, so I have to imagine.
It was not clear who baited who there until the end. First it was Sylvanas in trouble, then Johanna, and then Rhaegar was less shielded and taken down instantly almost. Now we get the objective phase for Always Late. Looks like they will be focused on mid and top forts, which is normal. it's hard to be super deep on this map, even if you have objective and keep.
Let's see how much I can get done. They also have the Giants in the middle to assist, so this mid four is absolutely toast. Credidel doing alright though in the clear. Nero actually getting a lot of damage, and he needs to be careful. Zerka Strain, Essence. Dahaka will survive, but needs time to recover. Push continuing on the mid lane. Need to watch now. White Tiger, Concussion Mine. Unstoppable from Sylvanas to the Will of the Forsaken. Mid keep wall is down. They're not done yet. Other side of Always Late, as now Blaze on the flank might be looking for a play here. Dragon Strike drops quite early. Just gonna scare them away. All keeps will survive.
I think we can conclude that the Sylvanas pick was a failure this game, given that all 3 forts are alive for red team 13 minutes almost into the game. And I never thought about this, but Rhaegar Totem with Dragon Strike is very easy combination, right? It's almost like Entomb.
Well, we don't have the full
90%.
totem build though. It's gonna be, as I mentioned before, it's the wolf level 1, not the range of a totem. And then the purge upgrade instead of the area increase, so we're not quite seeing the power of a combo this game.
At least the level 16 is there for the slow.
Sure, yeah, you got point and click AoE route effectively, so that will now be there to assist Samo. Nero and Co are gonna get this top 4, by the way, just with the Booster Camp. Nothing really to be done about that. As Credidel's playing quite aggressively here. We might see push onto the bottom fort with the Agents' Booster Camper, but no, it's gonna be recalls. Answer to the Hacker, don't let him get any more push.
I think we are in for a few minutes of no action. Unless both teams decide to contest this tribute, I guess it's a good time for the Agents.
Well, I'm not sure about inaction because they're already at 2 seeds are the Agents. This would be a 3rd. But they are going for a play on the top lane though, wanting to get this forward. Holy Chicken here to scout it out, but we might see the collapse. Lead Sparkle, here comes the Bright Link, Sylvanas to be the target, but the active is so strong. Blaze thrown away. Nero going forward though, split away from the team. Zerka gonna buy some time. Here's the Blessed Shield as well. Baza now grouped up. A bunker dropped by the Blaze. It's a big cooldown to get out of him quite early on. Also no Juggernaut playing for a little bit. So we might see Always Late take this fight even. See what the decision is.
Level 20 or fight now.
Well, they might be able to stall with the Junkrat and the Johanna. The Harker's grabbing a wave top. There's a wave middle taken by Baz already, so if they can stall another wave, and it looks like they can. As the Agents are going to grab the XP instead, they're going to be level 20 here, so going to deny the objective are Always Late by the looks of things.
This is what I expected to happen, but without the fight before. Blaze is still interrupting, they're not giving up on this yet, but now after 20...
Samu, Hanzo gets over the wall, Purge making sure there's no Blessed Shield to cancel it. Playing with fire here is now Living Bomb, going to take Hanzo low but not out. Seed will be captured in the end.
That was a good one, playing with fire against Keltas.
Pud absolutely intended, of course.
There is a siege camp for grabs. Let's see if there will be contest. Doesn't look like it. So...
We're not going to lose the game over Siege Camp. At least, so that's nice to see. Now, level 20 should be in time for the next seed, but it's so deep into Always Late territory, I don't think we'll see the Agents try and play for this one. Just getting the waves at the moment. Actually freezing on the top lane, Credidel. Wanting to get the next wave in as well. Guarantee level 20 without needing to step out. I do like this call.
It will be in action for a few minutes. We see free seat and then some camps, and then we will have the game deciding fight for the next seat.
Feels like the way of Hot sometimes, doesn't it? Everyone sits back and shakes hands and lets the game go on, and then we will Decide who wins with a single team fight. Nothing else matters.
Esports ready, I think.
Well,
Let's see.
been 6 years since we had that one, as White Tiger is playing forward here. Rewind, of course, for the Murden. Trying to hold on to this Giant camp here. I'm not sure how impactful it is, but I suppose it's better than just randomly taking it. Now Acropolis going to pick that one up. Next seed is middle top, so Always Later looks like willing to give up on their bottom keep. It doesn't matter if the game is ended on the next objective. Giant's going to be taken as well.
We see Samu holding the level 20 on Hanzo. Maybe he's waiting for some play.
What is he waiting for? Obviously, the ult upgrade very good. Is he maybe considering Bullseye if something were to happen though? As Blaze going to be dragged in here, this could be really bad. Elite Sparkle not going to use the shield though. Here it is at the end. Blaze silence from the isolation will be taken out. Session not in time, McGiblet. Now Samu on fire, living bomb. Neuro trying to run them down, mode and will get out to safety. Only one down at the moment as Bazaar with the level 20 flame strike range gets the kill on Samu.
It's our favorite level 7 talent on KT that got the kill. The bonus damage if you hit DP. Very, very interesting situation.
Now it's going to be the objective, it's going to be the camp, it's going to be the catapults. This looks like it's going to be the end of the game here for Always Late.
Very unexpected, and Blaze got dragged into towers and then Flash Shield, stun, polymorph, and then he could not survive, and then after that the game just ended, it feels like.
Well, yeah, it was done and dust after that one. The kill on Hanzo, a little bit unnecessary, I think, to end the game, but still quite cool. Now, Terra killing Sylvanas, Bazaar, lights them on fire, blows them up. Here's the defense attempt by the agents, but it will not be enough as there's two Terras on the core. And they will be going to game number 2, Always Late, winning map number 1.
Boom. As predicted.
Your prediction game is too strong today. Makes for a change of pace, I suppose.
There were some interesting moments in this game, but I think the biggest mistake was when the agents contested the seat at level. It was
11 or 12 or something when they went for the contest on Always Late's topside defense with Spawn.
Yes.
And I mean, I absolutely agree. That was the moment the game went from even to one-sided. They wanted the fast cap but before this response came out, but it's Junkrat, it's Johanna, it's Dahaka. It's so easy for someone to get the stall. And then back out, regroup a little bit, and just play the long game with you. Never go unless you're absolutely sure for these aggressive objective captures. It is so easy to put yourself behind with it, and that's what we saw this game.
Good advice. They used CDs on the guards. They lost HP to them, and then the enemy team arrives, full HP, every spell available. You are on their side of the map. Your fort is very far. Their forts are very close. Just almost impossible to win such a fight at even levels and talents. Now, for game 2, do we see a small map or a big map selected?
Looking now to see what the decision is, it's going to be first pick chosen by the agents, so Always Late, free to potentially choose another big map. Bans were on Dragon Shire and Shrines for agents, Sky Temple and Towers of Doom for Always Late, so Alterac, BRE, Braxis, Cursed, Tomb and Volskaya are available for them to choose.
I quite like this level 7 on Rhaegar against the hacker Johanna KT. The lower CD on the cleanse was, I think, useful a few times. and it also heals, of course. So I think it was a good choice for this game. The level 1 wolf, I'm not so sure what it did. I don't think it was good at all.
Well, there's definitely one time I think early on where McGibbous did a bit of a run away from Neuro, as I recall, but I mean, it's hard to give up the power of the full totem build, I suppose. As we do have now our map choice from Always Late, and I hope no one watching has anything planned for after the series, because they will be late for it as well, as Ultec Pass is the map of choice for game number 2.
Another big map. How many globals will we see this time?
I mean, I think it's probably gonna be a similar thing, right? Falstad, we saw priority ban last game. Right Wing and the Haka can be picked here. Samurai we already saw banned on Garden. I would assume that ban's also going to persist. So if you're the agents, what do you want to change up for this game?
Definitely not Sylvanas. On this map, I think it's even on this map. Taking the forts, the objective will do for you anyway, and even later in the game, I think Sylvanas loses a lot of the value. So I would like another DPS and another first pick. I think Hogger for the camp, obviously one-shotting. Maybe something like if a hammer is open, should be fine on this map.
And it looks like we might be having a substitution for game number 2. I can see Master Dwarf now in the lobby.
Who got kicked for Master?
Bazar is out. Maybe he
After
told
the
the team
1-0.
he's playing Nova.
Maybe it could be what happened. Master Dwarf? What role is he? Isn't he a tank player?
Maybe they have some triple frontline shenanigans planned in that case. Looking now, I don't think he's played too many games this season. Actually played quite a few. Normally plays damage for Always Late. Yeah, we've seen Junkrat. We've seen Tychus, we've seen Hammer. We've seen Hanzo. Not seeing many tank games from him.
Maybe they watched your pregame and they know that they qualified or something.
Oh, so now we're playing for content.
I'm not sure. I don't remember what was the one map win implication for them.
I'll pull up now. So with that map 1 win, DKs go up to 14 map wins, which even if Dasmatch, Chenji or Asus win, they will only tie on 14, so I think it's very difficult for DKs to not make the playoffs, but I won't say that they're 100% qualified just yet. Mostly because I haven't ran through every permutation to see if that's true or not, but I think they're very likely at this point with that one.
First ban. Not Vawa again.
Yes, Valor again is the decision from the agents. White Tiger too scary, I suppose, to let this one through.
Get really to ban Johanna. I can't stress this enough every cast. It's just OP hero. You cannot kill. Easy stun, easy everything. Tracer ban. Very targeted bans, it seems like. They decided on them a long time ago that they will be banning DPS only in the series. And now I just hope not first pick Sylvanas again.
Maybe I'm reading into a bit, but it is Tracer ban instead of Falstad, which makes me think they could be looking for a Falstad first pick.
They also might be looking for something like a Junkrat on this map.
I'm just thinking about the Tracer in particular band, but it is indeed the Junkrat going to be number one. Also, I suppose, quite annoying to deal with Tracer and play
It's
Junkrat.
the same idea that you mentioned. I just thought that the Junkrat is more likely than your pick.
Fair enough. As all globals are up for always late.
Surely 2 globals.
Right with the
are being
Haku.
locked in. Okay, Sylvanas. Okay, maybe Sylvanas for the team fights is not that bad. If we ignore the other aspects of the hero, you can maybe one-shot the Junkrat in the silence and with the double E build.
If Junkrat goes for a tire, do you think it's good for Sylvanas to use her ult to interrupt it? Or is that not a good enough use of silence arrow?
I think you need to hit at least 2 heroes with that. Or the enemy support, so that he cannot save the person that your team is focusing in the meantime. I don't think it's worth to use it on a DPS unless like it's limbing or something and you're one-shotting her or you're trying to prevent some 5-man wipe. See, Johanna Blaze favorite duo in the game for me at least. Just very solid, very strong. A bit lacking on the damage in some cases, especially when you have a Junkrat. It's not that easy, but I think the other DPS pick can always fix it. I would like to see more investment into the macro strategy here. Maybe Falstad. The hacker is open. It's not that bad. On this map, it's not very strong. The pushes are not in the greatest places, but still. Mura didn't ignore it.
Leoric, I'm guessing, coming in to control the Blaze better 1v1. We saw Neuro last game going for Thrush Dogs to collapse and try to get kills, and in the meantime, Credadel just pushed.
Support open. Rhaegar is open, and Rhaegar Falstad is what I would like to see. Ooh, much more aggressive.
Change of pace this time from the agents. Stukov as well as Maiev looking to go in for some kills.
I think Silence Arrow is worth using on the Stukov Silence though. Not on the Junkrat Refire, but on the Stukov Silence it might be worth.
We're seeing a hierarchy here of important spells. Now, of course, Stukov can take the talent where the silence lasts for a few seconds after he cancels it, so maybe then it becomes less useful.
I will make a prediction instantly. If the game goes to level 20, always later winning with the Leo and Tomb.
Silence and Tomb, definitely a strong ability. I'm also leaning towards the always late draft. I think that definitely DKs, they have ways to randomly win fights if they can pull off their big AoE CC combo. But I think average case, the Silence and Tomb is so easy. The Sylvanas can get away from Maiev pull. Right ring should be quite safe as well. So let's see what happens. Game number 2 on the blue team. Looking to even out this series is DK's Tipsy Agents. It will be No Scope Ninja playing a Junkrat, Credadel playing Blaze, Samu playing Maiev, McGibbons playing Stukov, and Holy Chicken on Johanna. Red team always late. Elite Sparkle playing Muradin, Neuro playing Leorc, Master Dwarf playing Hanzo Acropolis on Brightwing, and White Tiger will be Sylvanas.
We see a defensive split. There will be no Sylvanas value level 1 this game.
No Script Ninja, I think, spotting out with the frag grenade, and here's the rotation from McGibbons, making sure absolutely no shenanigans are to happen. Now we do of course see from Maiev, it is Narish's Memento, going to be very nice for taking the null camp nice and quickly, and then when it's pushing, it's fairly likely you'll get the double hit with a fan of knives to reset it.
Sylvanas Drunkard 1v1 on bot lane. One of these heroes needs to be on the camp soon, I think.
Well,
The other one, Sylvanas, she can stay here and just push.
well, I suppose No Script Ninja doesn't want to let White Tiger just push for free, but no one started a camp yet from DKs, and count 1 minute 10, Samu's going to work on it, and Aisha's will be used, so should be decently quickly, even on zone. At least Sparkle, though, smelling that the Maiev is alone, going to poke his head in, just being scary for a little bit, not committing to it though, because that's a lot of members of the agents to prevent any sort of steal coming out.
Even with the late start, they managed to finish it first. Hanzo no mana. We see one of the problems early game with this hero. If you spam your spells too much, you just run out.
I think he must have been using Sonic arrows to try and get whatever damage possible. Hanzo, before level 4, very much struggles at clearing the camp. You need Viscerated arrows. Now there's more members of Always Late here to try and de-push the Knolls, so looks like the push will go in favour of them. Samu gonna get polymorphed here and hasn't to retreat, not importantly getting the reset on Naisha's just yet. Going to need to do a little bit more fighting before the respawn happens, otherwise the agents could suffer on the next spawn of the camps.
There was no rotation from the Oracle base for this mid push. I would have liked to see the Blaze rotate.
Maybe a
Even
bit
after
stuck
that
here
one.
against Vilioric. Can push so quickly, and while the drain is available, Blaze finds it difficult to step up. Now, Sylvanas is very much getting the better end of the bottom lane play, down to about 15 health there. Haunting Wave not quite getting the kill. You can thank Blizzard for the Sylvanas straight nerf, I suppose.
I'm surprised he didn't jump in and try to do one more auto to get the kill. Now he's in
McGiblets,
trouble,
though,
maybe.
not quite
Oh.
getting the silence in time. And now here's the collapse. Elite Sparkle, Acropolis, they are here. You can't kill our Sylvanas. Down goes Stukov.
And now they continue with the push.
Trying to win the mental battle at least is McGiblets. Now, Master Dwarf left alone on the camp, just going to kite them around as best as he can. Has Serrated Arrow, so some amount of wave clear, well, camp clear at least. Scanner's missing a little bit actually, so Master Dwarf's gonna need to go back home after this one. We'll at least get the capture though.
They have half a level advantage so far, given the situation. I think that's okay for them. No forts 4 minutes into the game are being claimed. I think if you're Sylvanas at 4 minutes, you should have at least half a fort somewhere. With
I guess it's the
especially-
problem of having Leoric and Hanzo on the team. You can't get priority on the null camp because you have no camp clear for it in the early game. Now, at least Sparkle is trying to get, actually does get a good amount of time on the objective here. Credit was going to make the full rotation down. Nero just clearing middle at the moment, so 10 seconds left. Maybe Elite Sparkle's going to look for a back cap here on the objective.
Nothing is happening. Sylvanas is getting cheap damage on bot lane. Think in the long run, the agents, they cannot allow this to continue.
Savalas just wins for 1v1, has better burst damage and it's far more reliable hitting the Shadow Dagger point and click as opposed to the frag grenades. Now there's a bit of a collapse coming in. Haunting Wave will be enough for at least Sparkle in the area just to be sure. Samu working on the null camp, had quite a big lead on the last camp capture actually, did the agents. Only just now being started by Master Dwarf.
Objective trying to get...
Neuro's here, they're not level 10 though, so there's not a tomb to wipe out, but McGibbons could be the target again, trying to go for the silence but not able to. Stunner there by, I believe it was Elite Sparkle, so another kill on the Stukov, who's proven to be quite vulnerable so far in this game. Now Arrow hitting onto the frontliners. Samu has the jump though and will survive. Actually take that back. White Tiger this time gonna make the jumper. Now here's the mind control as well. Jahada dodging away from Blaze Charge too. White Tiger go to survive this play. Now there's 3 people stuck in the entomb. Neuro setting this up so nicely for the team here. So on No Scope Ninja and down he goes. That's 2 kills for Always Late. And they're gonna get the cavalry as well.
It's a collapse, it's a total collapse I think for the agents, something similar to what we saw last game. They were doing fine for a long time and then suddenly one mistake and everything goes to a problematic... Bless you? Oh, sorry, no, it was not Bless you, it was Muradin stun that got used.
Not quite the same thing as the clear is coming in on middle. Samu may have not good ways of doing it. Here's the stun chain. McGilbert's silence will ensure the worst doesn't come as Hunter tappers Samu. Mazdorf getting a lot of damage on with the Hunter by the looks of things. Mid 4 gonna lose a wall. Top 4 just gonna be taken down. White Tiger and Hero getting that one. And created that with a fee clear of bottom lane.
Oh no, I think a decent defense. Only 1/4 was lost, 0 heroes died. Arrow available, and we see mind control. I really like this choice. We forgot that it's even possible, but against the Stukov, when you don't have a cleanse on your team, mind control will get a lot of value, especially level 20 when you get the CD reduction.
Elite Sparkle just anchoring for the time being as White Tiger getting damage on the bottom fort. Here's some value from the Black Arrows at least. Now Holy Chicken stepping forward, looks like he wants to make a play there, but nothing will come of it. White Tiger going to be just fine for now.
I would like to see a boss started with the level 13. But I think they will just choose to continue pressuring the bot fort with Sylvanas.
Nuvo's going to get the clear for mid lane here. It is the Drain Hope build from Leoric.
Interesting choice, I think.
Now, does this mean we're not going to see Silence and Tomb from level 20 then, because we want the W talents presumably. Now, stun on No Scope Ninja, going to try and book it out of there, dodging away from Hanzo damage so far, but Elite Sparkle just gets the kill. I'll do it myself. Might have overstepped for McGillis, dropping the silence. Coming in as Brightwing actually, they're so far underneath the 40. So that's the same for the time being, but will they win in time? Here's the bunker from Blaze. McGillis can't get in it though, there's too many stuns and polymorphs. So down goes Stukov. Now here's Samu to try and turn things around, pushing them all in the cage, but Maev just dies. Credit to Holy Chicken, they absolutely cannot win this fight. The fort's not safe either. Trying to book it back to a keep, but Blaze is too fat, he's gonna be body blocked, and down goes a third member of the agents.
It just feels like some of these heroes are a bit too vulnerable to these dives and the mobility from Muradin, the Brightwing blink and everything. Sylvanas going in, mind controlling.
It's quite difficult for them to survive. They need to try and win the fight first, but it hasn't happened so far. Mid fort lost in the meantime as well. All 3 forts down for the agents. Bottom boss taken. Now we're going to see a double boss play by them. Rasseldorf's just going to go and take the null camp for the time being.
Looks like there will be a contest on the boss.
White Tiger? Hang on a second, what are we doing here, buddy? Sylvanas is Sylvan gone.
This looks very promising for the agents. Maybe even objective will be taken.
Interrupted for the time being. Hanzo need to jump away though, slowed by the mud. I feel like that had absolutely no reason to happen, just taking a very aggressive path there was White Tiger. He even had the Haunting Wave and didn't use it in time. So now it's a 4v5 defense by the remaining members of Always Late. The trap set up by No Scope Ninja. It's going to be difficult for them to even walk in here. They have a level 16 talent advantage at least, but for the time being, Nero's just clearing up middle. Samu's matching with him as well. 15 seconds until objective taken. At least Sparkle needs to set up now and try and buy some time. Necropolis going to work on the capture as White Tiger on the way. Nero shoved. Not very far though. Looking for the Entomb here. Camp will be retaken. Dragon Arrow, unstoppable from Johanna. Not going to be splashed onto anyone. As now, Holy Chicken will be taken out at least by the Tomb. Nero looking for more. So on Maev. Jumping in now are Always Late, and they are always ready to kill. Credidel in trouble as well. Massive shove from the Giblets. Makes enough space at least.
I really dislike how the agents play this. Either you go and take the boss, or you commit and try to get the objective. Because what they did, they were AFK on objective for almost a minute, and then they left, and then the fight went wrong, so they didn't even get any chance to come back like this.
Now, still level 16 advantage for the agents. Jumping in Elite Sparkle, stun on Stukov. Enough space will be made though to keep him alive. Camp's gonna be, cavalry rather, secured by Always Late. They have a boss as well. This could be a quite strong push from them.
At least top keep, I think, will fall, given that we have Sylvanas in the game. Might even be game if we hit a good mind control.
Samu in the front at the moment. Shove on Euro. They might just go for a Tomb on the Giblets here. Not going to commit it though. Blazer Diera to try and bail him out with a bunker. The top 4, as he said, absolutely will be taken out here. Not even needing the cavalry boss. Just going to get that one. Wall already down on bottom as well. This could be double keep, which means the game might end with a few deaths here. If Always they can find it. But I think from this point, you're quite happy playing it slow. You're still at a 2-level lead. There's no need for you to rush and die or anything like that. The Reptile's going to be used to try and clear out the wave at least, so mid keep surviving for the time being.
Will they commit to trying to get bot keep?
No, they're going to try and commit for middle with the Black Arrows or Sylvanas. Junkrat going to destroy the trap that was chasing us, so White Tiger is completely free. Lyok will use the E to survive. Samu maybe looking for a play here, but it's only Elite Sparkle as the target. Going to get knocked out by No Scope Ninja. A little bit of anti-synergy there from the DK's agents. Bottom keep gone in the meantime to the cavalry. Chop, chop, chop goes that raider.
It's a disastrous situation now for the agents. I don't even see a way for a comeback. Next objective will spawn with talent disadvantage, and it should be completely free for Always Late.
It'll take quite a few stagger deaths, I think. Now, Elite Sparkle just going to jump away. Has the extra range on the Dwarf launch, so no chance of that one. White Tiger maybe giving an opportunity here, but Credit not quite finding a stun. So they will be okay. They will make it to level 20, Always Late, and then we might see them look for a quick play here.
The first boss is the bottom boss that will spawned. Yes, it's already spawned. I think it's probably game if they take it. Sylvanas, I'm not sure why he's there and what's happening.
Right,
I think
Tiger,
he's dead.
Haunting Wave, Mind Control, Blessed Shield connects though with Cinder's one before, Sylvanas gone. What can they do with this window though? Because last time they went for the objective, they weren't able to finish it in time though. Dragon Arrow just a stall, I suppose. Boss nearly finished. Nero in the area to slow them down, so it looks like that's going to be taken. They need to win a fight now, the side of the agents, but it's down level 20. Nero just going to town with the Drain Hope. Has Silence and Tomb level 20 as well. No Scope Ninja could be in trouble here. And Tomb, not going to be used though. Creator Del now regrouping with the team. Needing to hit this Mountain Giant for all they can. Need to look out for the Silence and Tomb can still just be placed at any time. Necropolis though going to move on to the objective. Lead Sparkle making space, scouting ahead in the bushes. 20 seconds until White Tiger respawns.
Will they contest now? Before? Yes.
I mean, it's the best chance they
that
need to go for this. Slow things down at least. Nowhere near level 20 though, it's only level 19, so they are going to have to do something to speed up again. There's a big wave in top lane at least, but Neuro and Co already getting back on the capture. They're up 5-5 now on members, so it's talent advantage alone, no kill advantage for the agents. They need to do something here though, and so far no scope trying to slow this down. Dragon Arrow hits on 2, but there's trap there from Junkrat. Got to stop Elite Sparkle, but McGiblets is assuredly dead from this one. Master Dwarf jumping in after them as well. Blaze connects with a stun, but Master Dwarf survives. Now they're retaking the point here, 4v5. Samu not going to go through with the shade. Going on the back end, but needs to be careful here to Samu. Now, trap on Muradin, Silence and Tomb on the Junkrat might be taken out here. Mastersdorf going to get that one off for Healing Fountain, quite fancy there. Holy Chicken needing to run, Craterdale needing to run. Samu in the middle of Africa getting to regroup as Hunter actually went for a little bit too much there. Taken out, Samu gone as well. Underneath to keep here trying to kill the tanky members. This has a 1% chance to go wrong, but no more than that as to keep taken down. All 3 keeps gone. It's just the frontliners remaining. Boss on the court, going to be killed, and Always Late will win the series 2-0.
Well played. We saw again the vulnerability of Stukov. He got arrowed and then it was just game over from there. I think this game had potential to be more interesting if the last picks were not Stukov and Maiev, but it was very hard to get value from these heroes. We can see that Maiev was mostly busy PvEing and Stukov did not really produce much value or stats. It was hard to deal with the Sylvanas on the bottom lane. They had the advantage on the camp, but it did not really lead to anything. With that, I think TK qualifies.
So we got it wrong before. Always Late were of course the ones that won game number 1, so they have qualified for the playoffs. 7 wins, congratulations in order to them. I didn't prepare any confetti or whatnot though. Making their way up to now 7 wins, 2 losses. They still have a game to play, so Always Late, they can make a push for the number 1 seed going into playoffs as well.
Number 1 seed, very impressive.
Their final game is against Madness, so that will be one to watch out for. Very minor thing here, Black Ops pretty cool, currently on a map difference of 8, Always Late, now moving up to 7, so if Blackhearts win versus 53 FPS family 2-0, they will secure first place no matter what. Otherwise, it could be up in the air. So anything to say about DKs? Because they still have another series to play. Sorry, no, take that back. They're done for regular season. Going to finish on 6 series wins, 13 game wins. It's quite likely they still make the playoffs, so they don't need to be too discouraged.
Well, we can hope for them to make it through. Don't have other favorites other than Holy Chicken. Sadly, today was not the day for them.
Not the day of the Holy Chicken.
I think if they clean up the drafting a bit, they have a good chance in the playoffs. And I hope to see them again there. Does being first seed give you anything special?
So the way the playoffs works is there's the top 4 and then there's the lower 4. In order, the first seed gets to choose which of the bottom 4 opponents they play in round 1. So let's suppose Blackhearts are the first seed. They will get to choose which of teams 5 through 8 they want to play. Then the second place team will choose from the remaining ones, and so on and so forth. So there's not a massive advantage really, because of course round number 2 and onwards you don't get to choose.